Are Miley Bobby Brown and Sophia Rishi ruining their 20s? Now, this has nothing to do with these names. I don't know who Sophia Rishi is. I heard of the name Miley Bob Brown. I think I even watched one of her movies. I don't know the second one. But the point is why she put them here, because obviously it's for the clicks. But why I picked this video is because these two women, as I understood, are getting married. Actually, let's check if Sophia Richie is actually getting married. Mannequin American. Yep, she got married. So I was right. And now we're going to talk about if getting married in your early 20s is ruining someone's life. Which already to me sounds super weird to even assume, but you know what? I don't think I represent the average majority. So with that being said, let's start the reaction.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. So
Yes. Hi,
today
Brett.
we need to talk about the fact that people on the internet apparently have a problem with rich, successful young women settling down, getting married, and starting families, which is just wild to me. And maybe it's because we've become so accustomed to...
You know why it's so wild to her? Because she's the one who also got married recently.
young stars going off the rails and spending a decade just abusing drugs and finding themselves, and we've told ourselves that that's actually very healthy and productive for them, or because the girl boss, I don't need no man mentality has such a strong, relentless hold on us. But either way, I think we all just need a hard reset here, because none of this...
I never understood the whole I don't need a man mentality. If I were to actually push this narrative, I would still want to have a man, but at the same time have the privilege of saying that I don't have a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to push it. You're supposed to not want to get a man. No. Not even like this. You're supposed to show that you can have a man at any moment you want, but the moment he won't want to be around you, you won't need him. Basically, if I were to rationally push, if I were to market girl bosses,
this is abnormal, dangerous, or wrong. And all of this came up because Millie Bobby Brown got married this weekend, and Sophia Richie Grange just gave birth to her first daughter. And the responses by the public to both of these 20-something-year-old women have been disappointing, to say the least. And I think that the criticisms are completely ridiculous and unfounded, and we're going to talk about it today.
Oh, wait, how was it? More to say the least. No, wait. What? How does the song go from Beauty and the Beast? Ever a surprise, ever as before, ever just as sure as the sun will rise. I was trying to find the disappointment part, but I messed that one.
Today. Before we do, though, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to the comment section channel if you've not already, and then ring that notification bell so that you never miss one of our uploads.
Guys, you're on Zyno77 YouTube channel. You might as well pull off these actions already. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit a milestone. I'm gonna be repeating this every stream, but this is super important. Plus, this stream is actually video number 99 on this channel, so yeah, let's aim for a cool record.
All right, so first of all, if you don't know who she is, Millie Bobby Brown is the 20-year-old star of Stranger Things, and she is officially married. Here's a headline about that from 2 days ago. Millie Bobby Brown confirms marriage.
No, that's not Miley Bobby Brown. Wait, let me Google who I'm thinking of. For me, the star of Stranger Things is this girl. Yeah, this girl. Or isn't that? Wait. No, that's not her. That's not the star. Wait, give me a sec. I swear, I've never watched a single episode of Stranger Things. But, oh yeah, this one. For me, she's the star. I don't know. Don't ask me why. Personal preference, but she's the star. She's the star of all the TikTok edits. So who does Miley Bobby Brown even play here? Why is she without hair? Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe I even saw this clip. She's super young in this series. Wait, give me a sec. Because we got some fresh comments in the chat. I don't like this debate because someone's relationship style shouldn't dictate how independent they are as a person. And the second you made was, I feel women who comment on things like this are alone themselves. People just don't know the whole story. But I mean, it's another part of being a celebrity. You get judged by your actions. Everyone's gonna make a comment on you. We might think it's right, we might think it's wrong, but I think that as a star, which Miley Bobby Brown and Sophia Rishi are, they should expect these comments, and they should just not care. Like, they should actually go out there and say, screw you, women. We are living our life. Like, why would they even care? I'm pretty sure they don't even read those comments. Imagine you're a multi-millionaire doing the work that you love, creating the family that you want. Would you even bother to go read those comments? Like, seriously. I don't really think.
To Jake Bon Jovi after secret ceremony. And Jake Bon Jovi is John Bon Jovi's son. And much like what happened when she announced her engagement last year, the internet is now in a heated debate. And if you need a reminder,
I just want to read the comments because they will at least put a smile in my face. At least make me think that Ukraine losing to Romania wasn't the biggest disappointment of this week.
Some of the headlines from back in 2023. Engaged at 19, stranger things have happened. Fans divided over Millie Bobby Brown's big news, as some claim that she is too young, but others insist that she is not a normal teenager after growing up in the limelight.
That's also true. Like, guys, she's been working a job since what? Since the age of 10? What were you doing at the age of 10?
Read, fans react to Millie Bobby Brown's engagement at 19. No way. This was my personal favorite. Millie Bobby Brown engaged at 19. Another child star lost to early adulthood. And that one really cracked me up because obviously I understand being worried about child stars, but a well-adjusted child star getting married young should be the least of your
like
concerns.
The last
there are some other drug-abusing young people twerking on tables that you should be focused on. Anyway, we have a whole episode about that scandal from last year, and we'll link it below. But back to the story. Secret ceremony, they are officially married as of this week. And the confirmation came from her and her husband, Jake, flashing their rings at the paparazzi while they were in the Hamptons.
No, I think the confirmation actually came from John Bon Jovi, who said, yeah, they got married. One, she is not a child anymore. To be fair, I have an opinion that 19-year-olds shouldn't be considered as child based on pure experience. But an average 19-year-old in Western society, even in Eastern society, I'm not gonna lie, although less, but still, and I mean Eastern by Eastern European, Eastern as well, I don't want to get talk about point into nationalities and make it be offensive, but I don't know why, but the amount of, I'll just throw everyone here, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Indonesian, Thai, an average 19-year-old from there, to me, is a child. I'm sorry, this is just people I run into, and I trust personal experience more than I trust anything else. So that being said, I agree with you, Courtney, but life usually doesn't. Yeah, that's the answer.
This week, just take a look at these pictures. I mean, like, she looks radiant. So there she is. She's standing up out of this convertible, waving her hands. Here she is. There's her new husband, Jake Bon Jovi. She looks so happy. And then, look, there's his ring. So he flashed his ring. He's like, look at me. I'm a married man now. Here's another one. her smiling, and then you can see her new wedding band on her hand as she's getting out of the car, checking into whatever hotel she's doing. So confirmed that they are married. And allegedly, if you want like the celebrity tea, they did a secret ceremony with just like family and close friends. They're going to do a bigger ceremony. Maybe it's abroad because everybody's getting married in Italy now. I don't know, but that's the tea. I mean, she is literally glowing, and not just because she got married. Like, her skin looks fabulous. I wonder if she's using a Dell.
I wonder if she's not. I'm not going to be paid by this advertisement.
This TikTok video, but it was the usual criticisms. One person said, I feel like we're watching Millie spiral in real time. I'm sorry. Have you seen other child stars? Like, would you rather her be acting like JoJo Siwa? Did you guys see JoJo Siwa on her 21st birthday at Disneyland being an absolute drunk mess? Is that what you want Millie Bobby Brown to be doing? Or do you want her to act like Bella Thorne post Disney Channel, creating an OnlyFans and doing and just being high 24/7 online? Or be Josh Peck with his raging partying and substance abuse post Drake and Josh? Like, no, this is not spiraling. This is actually very normal, healthy.
Wait, we got a comment to make me talk. And not only that, he's only 2 years older than here. I honestly don't see anything wrong with it. Wait, who is he? Who are you referring to by he? Maybe you wanted to spell he's only 2 years older than her. Oh, you mean that Jack Bon Jovi is just 2 years? Yeah, I mean, if they want to spend the rest of their lives together. Yeah, holy damn, he's so young actually. Yeah, so yeah, I now understood. Exactly, they decided, okay, listen. Like, the problem as I think in nowadays relationships, why don't people get married sooner is because they don't have anything settled. They fear that if they get married, that means they have to have all their finances settled. They need to have, everything planned and prepared, a guaranteed roof under their house, a stable income, and etc. And that is why, for example, I have colleagues who are entering their 20s or have entered their 20s. So let's say they're 23, 24, and they've been dating someone for 5 or 6 years already. They are already a full-time couple that could start a family. The only thing why they're not making it official because of fear. Jack Bon Jovi and Miley Bobby Brown have nothing to fear of. Therefore, they just signed the paper. Like, that's the whole thing a marriage does. Nowadays is, 1, makes you wear a ring, 2, makes all the legal stuff much easier. Basically, their life won't change. It just won't. They might move a step closer to and start a full-time family way earlier than they would have without the ring. But really, in the general picture, it doesn't change anything. That's the reality of 2024.
The adjusted behavior. But
my grandparents, they couldn't live together until they got married. And that is a story that is sometimes one of the reasons why people in the 60s and 70s would want to get married and not really postpone it that long, because they wanted to be with that person. They want to live, and this was the way to get it. But it's 2024. Things have changed. Therefore, as I said, a ring and legal papers.
Somebody else commented and said, oh, Billy, no. Go be 20. What does that even mean? Go be drunk, date around, hook up with random guys, waste time when she has found the person that she wants to be with? No, she should be doing that. That's fantastic. Somebody else said, OMG, she's so young. Why? Crying face, crying face. I mean, like, we literally talked about this last week, guys, and now we are seeing it in action. An entire generation.
Fantastic. We don't see men complaining about this. Like, if there is supposed to be someone who is going to complain about this, it's men. Because now they never get to be with Miley Bobby Brown. Or maybe these women just have a big crush on Jack Bon Jovi. Huh. So they decided to cut it from the other side. Okay. I see what you're doing here, women.
Generation of women was told that you shouldn't find your person or settle down young. You need to go get your bag, figure out your life, travel, build a whole life. and then find somebody who will fit into it later on in your 30s, rather than building it with somebody from the get-go. And of course, there are always exceptions. I know people who have gotten married in their 30s who are so happy and it works and they're in loving, long relationships, but those examples...
Listen, exceptions exist, and obviously, you know, you get married when you find the right person. And if you found them when you're 19, 29, 39, 49, maybe even 59, that's when you should get married. Because you're not marrying the age, you're not marrying the numbers, you're marrying the person. If they are right, they will be right.
Doesn't mean that it is then wrong or dangerous for young people to get married and do things in reverse, because that is literally how humans have been doing marriage and family for generations. And speaking of generations, we need to talk about part of the new generation that was just born. It girl Sophia Richie and her husband, music executive Elliot Grange, just welcomed their first baby last week. And for the most part, people online were very excited and they were gushing. And then I went onto the cesspool that is X and I saw this take. This guy reposted her birth announcement and said, "It is so crazy to me that she's only 25 years old and already had a complete rebrand, doing old money cosplay, marriage, and a baby after dating Scott Disick at 19 and morphing into a Kardashian. It's her life, Obvi, but give yourself a chance to know yourself." Okay.
Brother, what have you done by 25? I know I'm reacting to random Twitter comments, but bruv, that if the person achieves all of that by the age of 25, that should be a success. She didn't waste her time playing video games, jerking off to some different stuff that she found online. No, she went on and built a freaking life. At least you're not hiding behind an avatar, which is already good, because half of those comments are usually hiding.
First of all, just because she is a public figure with a brand does not mean that everything she does is a calculated brand. She was 19. She dated a Kardashian-adjacent materialistic asshole, surrounded herself with that terrible family, and then she got out. I'm sure that she got to know herself and realized what she didn't want through that experience. And then from there, she went and fell in love and got engaged and married to a wonderful guy that she's known literally since she was a child, and she looks more relaxed and happier and herself and authentic than ever before. So why are we turning this into a problem? Again, because you think that women need to be alone or explore for multiple decades before they settle down? Or is this just a thinly veiled jealousy that you're covering up with this holier-than-thou criticism? Because that...
It's jealousy. It's just jealousy. Nothing special.
Is also what it really feels like. Another person said, yeah, this is a fast track to boredom. She is so rich, she will never be bored.
Exactly, she doesn't give a thing. She doesn't give a flying thing about what you say. She's got money running. She's got money in the bank. She's got a family now to build. Boredom. Did you know? You can get everything she has, and your life still won't be more interesting than half of... than, you know, people who are just simply enjoying it and living it.
Never ever be bored. Also, that comment just seems like a dig at mothers and what they literally dedicate their time and bodies to 24/7. Another person said, I was on my second abortion at 25. I don't regret it.
Bruh.
Okay, well, if you're trying to convince me that you are happier, healthier, and have fewer regrets than a beautiful young woman who is married to a wonderful guy and starting a family and seems very well adjusted, you will never convince me. Never. At all. And reading that comment reminds me...
It's all good. I mean, I judge, but, you know, if you're happy with your choice, stay happy. But what does this comment have to do with the topic? Nothing.
That our society just needs a lot of help. Now, thankfully, there was some common sense in the comment section of both of these stories. One person said about Millie Bobby Brown, not the millennials getting heated in the comments. Somebody said, as someone who had a baby at 24, life isn't over when you get married and have a baby. Priorities shift, but you still have so much life to live. Society discards women when they transition to this phase at a young age. Life is over for them. No, it's not. Another girl said, personal growth is an individual process. If you didn't know yourself at 25, this is on you. Not everyone must be discovering the world at that age. Stop
I agree. Nobody asked my opinion as well as Brad's opinion, as well as anyone else's opinion. But, you know, at least if you're giving an opinion, try to make it judgmental, but rationally judgmental. You know, not in the way where you discredit someone for their decision, but in a way when you're trying to understand why a certain person made a decision. So if you don't like the fact that Miley Bobby Brown got married, you shouldn't go out and say, "Oh, she is so dumb for doing it," or Sophia Ricci got a baby. I got two abortions when I was 25. But you should go out there and say, "Okay, it is super interesting that Miley Bobby Brown got married at such a young age. When I was 25, I was already on my second abortion, which, as to me, feels right because A, B, C, whatever reason you state. In any case, I would like to really discover why she would do this at such a young age, because not only do the ABCs, not only she's missing out on the ABCs, but she's also doing XYZ, which is super bad. Therefore, could anyone probably help me or consult me, or let's discuss why this decision is right or wrong? Why did she decide to make this decision? That would be a good, rational, judgmental question, where you don't directly judge a person for their decision, but you say, okay, I don't understand it. Help me figure out, why did you do this in such a way? Trust me, if you approach people like this throughout your life, you will have it much easier. Because starting from now on, you will not be looking at them as friends or enemies, so to say, but you will look at them as another person with their own opinion, which they basically are, and you'll be the one trying to figure it out. Therefore, you might influence it, and at the same time, you do have a better chance to change it. Because there is another quote that I like using, that a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. Meaning, you can be judged. You know, you can convince someone that they're wrong. You can pull a gun at them and say, okay, now change your opinion. And they will say what you want them to say, but they still won't be convinced. You can only convince someone when you actually want to understand them, not when you're trying to call someone dumb.
Acting on other people's who you don't know lives. And then about Millie, this person said, there's nothing wrong with her getting married. She is independent. She had to grow up more quickly. She has money. She travels and she works. She found her match. Let her be. She's happy. Now, that is a very important point for both of these young women's stories. And it's a point that I brought up basically every time that there has been a Millie Bobby Brown controversy or story that we've covered. And there's been a few of them. Now, obviously, getting married young is wonderful and fine as long as you know yourself and your values and you're getting married for the right reasons, because it's a good person and not just because you want to get married for the sake of being married. That's a disclaimer that I have to give. But back to the point, Millie Bobby Brown is not a normal 20-year-old, just like Sophia Richie Grange is not a normal 25-year-old. They both grew up very quickly in the spotlight. They had to mature at a young age. Millie has had a career for over a decade, since she was 10 years old. She literally financially supports her entire family. She has a full life full of travel and work, and of course, she wants to share that with someone, especially someone who comes from a big entertainment family and understands the dynamic of her very chaotic life and can offer her support. And I'm sure that doing all of this traveling and this crazy work with a man that she loves makes it all the more meaningful. At least that's been my experience. Hey guys.
Moral of the video: the best way to change someone's opinion, if you don't like it and you really aim to do it, is not to convince someone they're wrong, but to show them that you, but so to say, to help them. Because when you're trying to help, everyone loves help. Everyone loves when someone is trying to help them. And if you're going to be that person and you actually try to help them and you rationally show your points with full support, trust me, that person will at least listen to you, which is the whole point while you're expressing your opinion. Guys, this was an amazing stream. We really tuned in, especially at the end. Unfortunately, I really have to go now because I got to wake up in 5 hours and I still have some stuff to send. So really got to it really fast. But I really thank you all for the support and for being on this channel and for watching the streams and literally for doing it all. Thank you in general for being up here. And yeah, make sure you like, obviously, and dislike the video if you, depending on your opinion. Comment below your thoughts on it. And with that being said, I will definitely see you in some other reactions. Thank you all and see you soon.